Hello, everyone! Today we're firing up the time machine and setting it to 2001. It was the year of fashionable highlighted hair, dial-up internet, and an absolutely legendary set of video games. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's take a trip down memory lane. First up, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather the giant green Spartan. November 15th, 2001 wasn't just another Thursday. It was the day Microsoft launched the original Xbox, and with it came a little game called Halo Combat Evolved. I mean, what is there to say that hasn't already been said? Halo didn't just define the Xbox, it redefined the first-person shooter on consoles. The story of Master Chief and Cortana fighting the Covenant on that mysterious ring world was epic. The controls were tight, the AI was smart, and the multiplayer? The multiplayer! LAN parties with friends, yelling across the room, epic sticky grenade throws. It was a cultural phenomenon that launched a billion-dollar franchise and set the gold standard for console shooters for years to come. If you were there, you know. You remember that feeling of awe the first time you stepped out onto the surface of Halo. But 2001 wasn't just about Microsoft's new black box. Sony's PlayStation 2 was hitting its stride, becoming the dominant force in the living room. And one of the biggest reasons for that was a game that took us to the gritty, sprawling streets of Liberty City. I'm talking, of course, about Grand Theft Auto 3. Before GTA 3, open-world games were a niche concept, but Rockstar Games blew the doors wide open. For the first time, we had a fully realized 3D city to explore, steal cars in, and cause absolute mayhem. The freedom was intoxicating. It was more than just a game, it was a sandbox of possibilities. It was controversial, it was groundbreaking, and it changed the very language of game design. Every open-world game you play today, from The Witcher to Elden Ring, owes a massive debt to the foundation that GTA 3 laid down. While we were busy exploring Liberty City, a different kind of masterpiece was brewing over at Konami. Hideo Kojima, a name synonymous with mind-bending narratives, gave us Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. Talk about a sequel that played with expectations. Everyone was hyped to be Solid Snake again, but then, boom, we're playing as this new guy, Raiden. The internet exploded. People were confused, some were angry, but as the story unfolded, we realized we were part of something truly special. The game's themes of misinformation, digital control, and the nature of reality were so ahead of their time, it's almost scary how relevant they are today. MGS2 was a meta-commentary on sequels, player expectations, and the digital age itself. It was a bold, artistic statement that cemented Kojima's status as a visionary. And the gameplay? It was a massive leap forward from the first game, with incredible detail and new mechanics that made sneaking around more intense than ever. But let's not forget the other giant in the room, Nintendo. While they were preparing to launch the GameCube, they were still supporting the legendary Nintendo 64. And what a swan song it was! Conker's Bad Fur Day, developed by Rare, landed in March. On the surface, it looked like another cute platformer with a squirrel, but anyone who played it knows it was anything but. Conker was a raunchy, hilarious, and brilliantly designed parody of everything we thought a Nintendo game should be. It was packed with movie references, unforgettable characters like the Great Mighty Pooh, and gameplay that constantly switched things up. It pushed the N64 to its absolute limits and remains one of the most unique and audacious games ever made. It was a shocking, hilarious, and masterfully crafted experience that showed Rare was at the absolute peak of its creative powers. The GameCube itself launched later that year, bringing with it some iconic titles. Luigi's Mansion was a delightful and spooky departure, giving Mario's brother his much-deserved time in the spotlight. It was charming, unique, and showed off the graphical power of the new console. And then there was Super Smash Bros. Melee. If Halo defined console shooters, Melee defined platform fighters. It took the formula of the N64 original and polished it to a mirror shine. The speed, the depth, the technical skill ceiling, it was perfect. Melee is a game that is still played competitively at the highest level today, over 2 decades later. That's not just longevity, that's legendary status. Its community has kept it alive through pure passion, a testament to its incredible design. Back on the PS2, we were spoiled for choice. How about a trip to Spira? Final Fantasy X arrived and completely changed the game for the series. It was the first Final Fantasy with voice acting, which brought the emotional story of Tidus and Yuna to life in a way we'd never experienced before. The graphics were stunning, the spear grid system was a refreshing take on character progression, and that ending. Let's just say I'm not crying, you're crying. It remains a beloved entry for a reason, and is often cited as a gateway for many into the world of JRPGs. It was a beautiful, heart-wrenching adventure that set a new benchmark for cinematic storytelling in games. And if you wanted something a little more gothic and action-packed, Capcom had you covered. Devil May Cry burst onto the scene with style and attitude. What started as a concept for a Resident Evil game morphed into this slick, fast-paced action game starring the demon hunter Dante. It was all about stylish combat, juggling enemies in the air, and looking as cool as possible while doing it. Devil May Cry created a whole new subgenre of action games, the stylish action or character action game, influencing countless titles that followed. The swagger of Dante, the rock-inspired soundtrack, and the focus on player expression through combat made it an instant classic. Let's not forget the world of PC gaming in 2001. It was a golden era for immersive sims and RPGs. Arcane Studios, who you now know from Dishonored at Deathloop, released their debut title, Arx Fatalis. It was a deep first-person RPG that was seen as the spiritual successor to Ultima Underworld. It was all about player choice, emergent gameplay, and a fascinating magic system where you had to draw runes in the air with your mouse. It was complex, rewarding, and a cult classic that showed the incredible potential of the studio. And for strategy fans, Blizzard was still king. They released Warcraft 3: Reign of Chaos. Was still a year away, but the community was thriving and the groundwork was being laid. The PC platform was a hotbed of innovation. We also got Return to Castle Wolfenstein, a fantastic reboot of the classic shooter that blended intense single-player action with a robust and incredibly popular team-based multiplayer mode. The war between the Axis and the Allies in its multiplayer was a precursor to so many objective-based team shooters we play today. Even the handheld scene was on fire. The Game Boy Advance launched in 2001, and it came out swinging. We got fantastic ports of Super Nintendo classics, like Super Mario World, but we also got incredible original titles. Castlevania Circle of the Moon was a brilliant return to form for the series, delivering a massive explorable castle and deep RPG mechanics right in the palm of your hand. Golden Sun was another standout, a beautiful and classic-style JRPG with a compelling story and brilliant puzzle mechanics involving psychic synergy powers. The Game BA proved that handheld gaming didn't have to be a compromise. Let's also give a shout-out to some other gems from 2001. Ico for the PS2 was a quiet masterpiece, a minimalist adventure about a boy leading a girl out of a castle. It wasn't about high scores or explosive action, it was about connection and atmosphere. Its design by subtraction philosophy was hugely influential and proved that games could be poignant works of art. Then there was Silent Hill 2, another PS2 classic. It pushed survival horror into psychological territory, telling a deeply personal and disturbing story about grief and guilt. It's often regarded as one of the greatest horror games, and even one of the greatest games, period, because of its mature and terrifying narrative. 2001 also brought us Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy, a vibrant and masterfully designed 3D platformer from Naughty Dog that felt like a playable cartoon.
My God, looking back, it's crazy how many game-changing and industry-shaking games came out in just 1 year. It was like a perfect storm. We had the PS2 and N64 at their very best, and the Xbox and GameCube were just coming out, embodying all these new ideas. Developers took big risks, and those risks completely paid off. 2001 wasn't just a good year for gaming, it was a game changer. Games like Halo, GTA 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Melee laid the foundation for what we play today. They didn't just entertain us, they completely changed the entire gaming scene. What are your favorite memories from gaming in 2001? Did you get an Xbox at launch? Did you spend hundreds of hours in Liberty City? Were you a Melee master? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to read your stories. It's amazing to think about how far we've come, but it's just as important to look back and appreciate the giants on whose shoulders today's games stand. Thanks so much for watching and taking this trip back in time with me. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into gaming history. Until next time, game on!